We're talking to Phil and Rachel of Control Concepts of How, when we're talking building automation. I mean, in systems that are integrated is what it's all about. So perhaps you can tell us what systems integrations, what does that entail? Who does that help?
Yeah. When we get invited in to potentially integrate a system, generally speaking, what ends up happening is they have an older system that's maybe underperforming, or they had their existing software kind of head end or user interface would die or become dated for some reason, and they're looking to make an upgrade but not spend tons of money, right? Make it affordable, so they can then, kind of whittle away. They know that there's an end is near with their current system, but obviously it's a large capital expense and they need to make a plan for it. So that systems integration gives us a way, and it gives us the tools to kind of bridge that gap between their old system, let them have time to make smart choices moving forward, and to create a new user interface, right? So their maintenance team or facilities coordinators, or some companies have like sustainability goals, and they have a sustainability director that wants to see some of these HVAC systems and stuff. That integration piece allows us to do that. Really buys people time.
And is that? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to piggyback on that and say, so it's not completely overwhelming for not only the CFO but the facilities team, building owners, all of that.
A lot of different people who get involved with this.
Right. Yeah, because it really does involve a lot of different people.
Yeah. And we did another video on the energy efficiency. So you can actually go put in your system. Again, can that work with old equipment like the hardware that's running something? I mean, you can improve how that old equipment works even without replacing that. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, our software tools, they have what they call drivers. So these systems, they all communicate with each other. The components that you're referencing, they communicate with each other. And the older school of thought was that those systems would be proprietary in nature, where one system only worked with that brand that kind of lived in that family. Modern day, there's now been a standard developed called BACnet, BACNET. And BACnet is a standard that I always kind of tell people is kind of like what they call token passing, which is the telephone industry, right? Your telephone in Italy works just the same as it does in America.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to have some special software to decode a phone call. Right, where our
language maybe, but not the phone call.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Where our and that's a good way to put it, right? Mm-hmm. That's what that system integration does, right? It decodes that language, levels the playing field, brings all these disparate systems into one computerized front end or computerized user interface for people. So again, they don't get caught with these large capital expenses. We worked with a local school, and they had a system from a major manufacturer, is about 20 years old, running on a proprietary protocol, right? And even that brand itself didn't support that legacy system.
Oh, geez.
So they had almost nowhere to turn. The software tools that we have, again, circling back to that driver comment, they have over 100 drivers that can plug in and decipher those different languages and then level that playing field. So they called us, said, hey, what options do we have? Yeah. And kind of told me a lot of options. We can add this new software, that's a fee today, and then we can plan for the next 5 years to get rid of that old legacy system over the next 5 years. It's a manageable expense.
So, and that's part what you bring to the party. It's not just we can fix this problem, but we understand, you need 5 years, 10 years, 2 years to, and you can work with that too. I mean, you can just do the planning, the long-term planning, I guess. That's
we try to help them and help budget. This particular was a school, like I said, it was a K-12 facility. Geez, they have a treasurer, right? So the treasurer's sitting there trying to figure out, hey, I've got a permanent improvement levy. I've got so many dollars earmarked for maintenance and repairs. How can I work within that fixed dollar, right? They don't have any way to
There's nothing else coming.
No
That's
more
what it-
money
Yes,
coming, right? So they
yeah.
have to try to plan that out. So that's where they really were hit hard with this news of, oh, you need an all new system, which was going to cost $500,000. You know, it's $500,000.
That would be overwhelming for a school
Right.
system. Sure.
Couldn't do it. Couldn't bear that expense. You know, it's impossible. So we came in about $50,000, right? So we're like at 10% new software, and then we could plan that over 5-6 years. And the treasurer said, "Oh, that sounds great. I think we can make that work."
That's really great. That's really great, guys. And I mean, it's interesting because you're integrating systems and hardware and software and all that, but it's like you kind of integrate with the problem as well.
Yeah.
In a way, you know, if they need 2 years, 3 years, you're able to, you know, think about that. And that's
Yeah.
kind of a business sense I think you guys have that is above and beyond, you know, invaluable. I mean, put that with your. I think hardware, software, business sense. I mean, that's all integrated. You guys know how to do that.
Absolutely. We don't always try to just, you know, we try to be good stewards of our customers' money, right? Treat it like it's ours. You know, nobody wants to get blindsided with huge expenses, and then, you know, what options we have? None. Well, there is options.
Yeah,
There are options. Call us.
That's good. To,
Yeah.
that was good for folks to know that. And hey, if you think you're out of options, you're probably not. In fact, these guys can probably come up with 2 or 3 that are workable for you.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
or can work with you to make it happen. So, Control Concepts of Ohio. Get in touch with them. If you're not already at the website, just stop by right now at controlsohio.com. Guys, thanks a lot.
Thank you.